You have to win potentially, 677 to 0, because any district court judge could stop you with a national or universal injunction. And even Justice Kagan, during the Biden administration, objected to that and said that, in that case, conservative groups are forum shopping and are basically handcuffing the administration, and that that's crazy.
But isn't that, in short, pushing against a public who elected a president based on the promises to turn very specific issues around? And if you get too heavy-handed with the injunctions, like in this case, none other that we've ever seen at this point in his presidency, the high number of them, aren't you trying to negate the vote? Isn't that like post-election interference, if that could even be a thing? It seems like it thwarts the voters.
Well, that's an argument being made by many critics, but inside the court, the Solicitor General is saying today that you can get a national or universal injunction, just not this way. That is, if you have a class, a group of people that are across the country that are being mistreated, you can file what's called a class action under a rule called Rule 23. And the Trump administration is saying, we're not objecting to that. We're not objecting that if you've got a national class, you can get a national order. What we're objecting to is when, small numbers of parties go into a favored district in California or New York and then bind the entire country, and most importantly, the entire executive branch.
So at the end of the day, however this goes, either the executive branch gets the power in this case, or the judiciary branch gets the power. It seems like it's that simplistic. Maybe not.
Well, you see that tension in the argument today. Yeah. This has been a pretty hot argument. Chief Justice Roberts doesn't ordinarily talk over Justice Sotomayor and said, will you please let us hear his answer? Mm-hmm. And by the way, Justice Sotomayor didn't yield. She continued to talk. She was right out of the gates very early. And clearly that was not going over well with some of the justices who wanted to hear what the Solicitor General has to say. But Justice Sotomayor was very, very active. The interesting thing so far is Justice Kagan, because she sort of painted herself in a corner in her interview at Northwestern Law School when, during the Biden administration, she said, these injunctions really are crazy.